ट्रेड स्पीच आरबीआई गवर्नर शक्तिकांता दास एक बयान दे रहे हैं आईबीएम की किसी कॉन्फ्रेंस में, वहीं चलते हैं।
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। श्री संजीव मेहता, प्रेसिडेंट फिकी, श्री ए.के. गोयल, चेयरमैन IBA, श्री सुनील मेहता, चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफ द IBA, other dignitaries on the dais, members of FICCI and IBA, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. What I mentioned earlier was by way of a starter. Now I will get into the main course. I'm happy to be here, and I'm also extremely happy to have been invited to this annual FIBAC 2022 conference. I distinctly remember that I was here in this hall participating in the FIBAC 2019. That was 3 years ago. So therefore, I am doubly happy to be back after a period of 3 years. Now, this is an important forum for the banking industry as well as for business. We have the presence here of thought leaders, banking practitioners, stalwarts from the industry, and several technology players, some of whom have put up their stalls just outside this hall. So I'm extremely happy and delighted to be in a gathering like this. Now, this conference is being held at a time when the global economy is going through a process of churning. Triple shocks of COVID-19, the war in Ukraine, and the current financial market turmoil have created a toxic mix of factors and circumstances which every country has to grapple with. The International Monetary Fund, in its recent annual meeting, has presented a rather somber outlook for the world economy and the world trade. And it has also gone on to make downward revisions in its growth projections for the current year as well as for next year, and also downward revisions in the volume of global trade. The existing international order is undergoing fundamental shifts in terms of geopolitics and economic relationships. Now, the confluence of these factors and circumstances is reverberating speedily across jurisdictions through various modes and spillovers. With monetary policy actions and stances undergoing a regime shift in the advanced economies, financial conditions have tightened sharply across markets and have accentuated financial stability, and have accentuated what I call, financial stability risks. Emerging market and developing economies, that is EMDs in particular, remain highly vulnerable to these global spillovers. Capital outflows have led to reserve losses, sharp currency depreciations, and spiraling imported inflation pressures, and this has happened across EMDs. Several countries face acute debt distress, while many others are confronted with elevated food and energy prices. Conventional and technocratic policy making is increasingly getting challenged by unconventional and out-of-the-box approaches.